Wow, yeah, I do have quite a bit of noise coming out of my mic. Are you sure it sounds alright?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
I mean, I probably have just as much noise because there's a dryer and a washing machine going behind me, so...
Professional podcasting at its finest, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright! You kids are in for a great show, let me tell you. Shit's about to get real. Am I allowed to curse? We should have asked that before I said something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're definitely rated expert.
Alright, this is an explicit podcast. Fantastic.
Well, guys, welcome to Minecraft Uncensored, episode number 2. I'm your host, Linux for Life, of course. You've heard my voice through the pilot episode, through episode 1, and nobody else. You know why? Because nobody else likes showing up. But today, we have a special guest, Sir Viper 4580, aka Scott, from the old Lethal Injection podcast. And I call it old because he discontinued it back in January.
A long time ago, yes. And it's funny that you have me come onto the show on episode 2, because much like the number 2, I'm probably going to be number 2 on the show. So this will be fantastic.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that. At this point in time, I haven't even talked to Justin, guys, in like 2 weeks, other than like a
Justin
word here or there.
is dead somewhere in a garbage can after a really bad hooker incident. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Jamin Man. He's death by hooker.
he kept telling me he's got all these bitches he's got to go party with, and now we can't get a hold of him. So I'm pretty sure he's just dead.
Yeah, somewhere along the lines, money didn't transfer when it was supposed to, and yeah. The one thing that you'll learn, especially playing after some GTA, you always pay your hookers. Always pay your
exactly.
hookers. Anyway.
All right, guys, let's get right into this show a little bit. So let's start out with Scott. What have you been up to over the last couple weeks? I know you've dug back a little bit into Minecraft, obviously, since you've decided to come on the show and speak a little bit about that.
Well, I've actually never really stopped playing Minecraft. I've always kind of dabbled into it here a little bit here and there, but I haven't gotten into it as much up until when you started introducing me to Feed the Beast. And I swear, once I started using the Ultimate Pack and like kind of started looking around at all the things I could do, it's just like, oh my god. There's just so many options, and with all the mods that they have in there, the ability to build anything is just almost limitless. So I've been having a lot of fun with that, while at the same time being completely overwhelmed with all the options. But yeah, I'm really digging Feed the Beast though, and I've probably spent more time in Minecraft because of Feed the Beast. And I know that you've also had that same effect on DJ Pimp Daddy, of former Twim fame. So yeah, there's something to this Feed the Beast thing that's really working out for people.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're in the live audience, you probably heard the end of that from Scott because I never unmuted the audio going out. Only my mic. So they only heard my part, not you too. So that just corresponds with what happened last night on Late Night Steamer.
Oh yeah, no, we had the opposite problem. I was nobody could hear me, but they could hear everybody else. Yeah. So no, actually, it wasn't technically the opposite problem. It'd be the same. Yeah. But yeah, no. Basically, I've just been really playing Feed the Beast and enjoying it. To kind of reiterate a little bit what I was saying earlier, I never really stopped playing Minecraft. I've always dabbled into it a bit here and there, but Feed the Beast has really brought me back into it, and I'm enjoying it. So
excellent. I'm glad because Minecraft definitely has a special place in my heart. But I gotta say, I was actually quite burned out of vanilla Minecraft myself.
Oh yeah.
And when Tekkit came along, when Tekkit was around and blah blah, I got into a tiny bit, but I'm like, nah, this just doesn't feel right. I think it had a lot to do with the timing. Like Tekkit was in early Minecraft, so there was still quite a bit of bugs and stuff, and it just seemed Tekkit was a little glitchy to me here and there. The guys that are doing Feed the Beast, from what I can tell, from my experience so far, they seem to be doing things right, and the performance and everything is just it's on par with what you would expect with that many mods. So.
Absolutely. Well, I think the problem that Tekkit had is it didn't have a lot of support from the people who actually made the mods. It was the one guy who was basically trying to pair everything together, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, but that's pretty much the major difference between Feed the Beast and Tekkit, is that it actually does have the support of the people who make these mods, and when you have the support back in that, it helps out a lot.
Yeah, they have the support. It doesn't mean everything works nicely in the background together, but they have the support. At least we're not just sitting there. For the most part, I think there's issues like with updates and stuff. Obviously, some developers update slower than others. Like Red Power 2 right now hasn't been updated for 1.5 or anything like that. And a lot of others still are just a little behind on 1.5. But we'll get into that news a little bit later. But
Absolutely.
It just just seems interesting. Let's talk a little bit about Scrolls. Scrolls did go on sale for open beta starting on Monday, and that was June 3rd. And it is $20.95. Scott, thank you for getting that price tag.
No problem.
Do you know what Scroll? I know roughly what Scrolls is, but do you have a better description?
Well, Scrolls is essentially a action RPG of sorts that uses cards to variate the actions of your characters. And it's kind of an interesting blend of that turn-based RPG style that some other games, like on Xbox 360, Enchanted Arms, had it, where there's a battlefield, and in the battlefield you move your characters into certain positions, and they would use attacks to ultimately destroy the other enemies. And Scrolls basically adopts that idea, but using the cards that you get from packs to determine what the character does. And throughout each battle, you earn more cards, or you can also purchase, I believe, booster packs that you can use to ultimately help progress battles. It's strictly PvP, from what I understand. There might be some... I think there is actually... you could face a computer on it, too, but the primary purpose of the game is for player versus player. And from a lot of the videos that I've seen of it, it looks very intense. The graphics are actually extremely nice for a CCG game, essentially. And you could tell they're putting a lot of effort into making this game look really nice and polished.
I'm glad you had a little better description, because I was going to kind of compare it to what's that other card game there?
Magic?
Yeah, Magic. But I'm like, I can't do that, because I'm pretty sure people would get pissed off.
You would definitely piss off the Magic community, because it's not quite like Magic. Though it's not a terrible comparison either, though. But I think it's a little more... It's more closer to Warhammer than it is Magic, because with Warhammer, they have somewhat of the same concept, but with figurines. And I think that's what Scrolls is kind of basing this off of, kind of like a hybrid Magic and Warhammer blended together.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I was going to actually pick it up and play it a little bit before this episode. Unfortunately, my main Minecraft account, I have a couple secondary Minecraft accounts, but my main Minecraft account, I do not have the access to the email, because it was actually... This is why you don't use your email from your providers. Service providers to sign up for this kind of stuff, because I don't have access to it because I don't have that provider anymore. And I don't remember the three questions they ask you to change your email address and stuff. I don't remember what I set those to, because when they give those 3 questions out like that, it's easy to hack somebody's account. So I make these random ass answers up to these questions, and I don't always remember what the random ass
So your security is so good that it's blocking you out, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll probably end up buying it, but it'll have to be on my alternative account.
Gotcha.
And I just... So that's a little bit about Scrolls. This week, I don't... How many guys watch Minecraft? The Minecraft guys from the Minecraft server. But I keep an eye on him here and there. Again, I don't have a whole lot of time to produce videos, never mind watch videos, so I would love to watch more YouTube videos, but the time I have is just not there.
Yeah.
But the Minecraft guys, they do a UHC, which is ultra hardcore. It's a PvP style thing where you can't regain your health without eating like a golden apple or something like that. And the golden apples just aren't the nuggets. You got to use the ingots. So there's a high level of challenge there. And obviously, once you're dead, you're killed by another player. You're done from the match. In this season 11, they actually brought Dinnerbone in. Unfortunately, spoiler alert. They Doc M77 actually killed Dinnerbone about 10 minutes into the match.
You don't trust those Germans, man. German engineering wins all the time.
And it
boils down to.
It's funny because Doc M got a bunch of hate for killing Dinnerbone, which you would any of them that had killed Dinnerbone were gonna get the same amount of hate, whether whoever it was, because you killed Dinnerbone. And so he made a video. Him and Dinnerbone made a video of them hugging and exchanging gifts. And see, this is what really happened. So I thought that was good and funny, and the commenters had a good laugh and stuff. So that was great. Dinnerbone, I believe, did tweet out that he'd like to be on another season of Ultra Hardcore. So
cool.
We might see him again. And that brings me to one point of Dinnerbone. I love the way he's embracing, especially, I know it's only a select few people of the YouTube community of Minecraft, but it at least, it brings some of that level, because, these Minecraft guys do go through most of their comments and stuff. So, there's a little ways for all of us to have a little input in it. So
absolutely.
That's kind of nice to see. Dinnerbone has hit 9,000 tweets. That was a big news the other day, and I kind of said, so what?
Isn't most of those automated by his what service is that? Can't remember, but like a lot of times when he does patches on these bug fixes and stuff like that, doesn't he have like an automated tweet?
Other than snapshots, I don't believe he does. But
I thought he did.
I don't think he bug fixes. I mean, he tweets a lot about bug fixes and stuff, so it might seem like that. But again, what it is. I think I'm thinking back to the Bucket days, because whenever Bucket had Bucket does that. Bucket does that. Bucket, it's like nonstop. Nonstop. Like I check my feed is like filled with at least 50 Bucket updates a day at this point.
Oh yeah.
So and then I guess I should actually we asked you what you were doing. I guess I didn't say what I was doing this week in Minecraft.
Did people even hear what I was doing? Because I was muted, I think. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well,
I reiterated. That's right. Go ahead.
Yeah, you reiterated.
I just want to steal your show, is what it is.
I know. I actually didn't do a whole lot in Minecraft this week. Again, I've actually started working longer hours again. So it's been a hindrance. And other than that, I played a little bit of Game Dev Tycoon. It's not on Steam as of yet. I think they were trying to greenlight it or something, but I didn't even check that. But it's a pretty interesting game. You make games inside of a game, so it's kind of cool.
Interesting.
And you get ratings and such. I believe the website's just gamedevtycoon.com, but don't quote me on that. I do not have the information on me. But
this is why you put that stuff in the doc before you talk about it. Just saying.
Yeah, usually.
Professional podcasting, ladies and gentlemen, only at Minecraft Uncensored.
So let's move on with that. Away from that subject, we'll talk about more what I've done with YouTube and stuff later on in the podcast. But let's get to this week's sponsor. This week's episode of Minecraft Uncensored is sponsored by Late Night Steamer Podcast. Are you looking for a podcast that'll keep you up to date on your Steam games and Steam news? Well, you need to check them out at... Oh, Jesus.
You read sponsor messages just as good as I do.
Yeah. LateNightSteamer.com, or find them on iTunes. Just search for Late Night Steamer. They just did start Season 3. Scott is one of the main hosts with DJ Pimp Daddy.
Absolutely.
Then there's a barrage of rotating hosts that may or may not show up depending on the situation of the day.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we have about 4 full-time hosts, and then we have about like 3 or 4 part-time hosts that we revolve in every now and then to kind of keep things fresh. So it really is kind of a question of who are you going to get this week? Nobody knows. So it's fun. Though. It's a lot of fun.
Late Night Steamer is also integrated into our parent network of Geek Insomnia Network.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you guys check us out, and make sure you check out Geek Insomnia at geekinsomnia.com, where you can find other great podcasts.
Yes, fantastic shows. The site is in beta, though. I want to stress that because when you look at it needs work.
This is the man behind the probe that keeps probing DJ Pimp Daddy, but it's not very effective at all at probing anybody.
Yeah, probing is really not my forte. That's why I did everything by myself over at Lethal Injection. I didn't want to probe anybody except for myself. Ooh, that sounds dirty.
Ooh, it does a little bit. So with that, moving on to Minecraft news.
Oh, you should have let me say it. You should have let me say it.
Okay, we'll let you say it.
All right, we're going to move on to the Minecraft news! All right, you don't have the music, though, sadly.
No, we don't. He's been dying to do that since he's finished Slim.
It's been a long time.
So this week's Snapshot 12W 2, it's definitely not 2. It's something with a 2 or a 32 or 42 or 82, I don't know. But it's A and B. They released the B after the A for a few little bug fixes that were crashing the game. That were pretty bad, I guess.
Gotcha.
But due to Sweden having another midweek crazy holiday, as I called, and I believe they just have bank holidays just at random. So Thursday there was no snapshot, which there normally would have been. So they released a snapshot the following day. And they still have not reconfigured the resource pack. That's still being worked on in the background and still not available for any of us to play with. This resource pack, I don't know if you've heard about it, Scott, but it pretty much breaks everything on the back end.
Fantastic.
So, as a former server that ran mods and stuff like that, and I don't know if you've ever run texture packs, but it breaks all of that. So that sounds great, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, that sounds absolutely fantastic. This was the kind of thing that we would purposely look for over in the Lethal Injection side, just because we loved breaking our own server. So, there you go.
So 1.6 on most servers, by the time they release 1. It's going to be like, I'm giving it like a year before you see it on servers at this point, because it breaking stuff. I don't even know, it does... I don't know how Bucket deals with this stuff. Are they gonna have to rewrite they rewrite the entire thing every time, anyways. But
yeah.
That initial dev push is gonna be, I think, a little longer than it normally would be before they get it out. Anyways, this week's snapshot, they added a new command for they did /spread players.
Sounds dirty.
This spread players, I believe some of this stuff is actually coming from the UHC stuff, because they look to randomly scatter players, and they use plugins and stuff right now. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of where some of that stuff's coming from.
Gotcha.
They added a new game rule for neutral health regen. So again, this is I believe a UHC thing. Because I believe that neutral health regen means you're not going to regen health, is what I believe.
Makes sense.
They balance to potions and hungers. And
this is probably my favorite bug fix right here. There we go.
A few bug fixes, and some of these are kind of hilarious this week.
Oh yeah.
Cows eat buckets. Seems unhealthy. You think?
A little bit. I mean, it all depends on if your cow needs a little iron in his diet.
I want to see this cow eat an iron bucket.
Yeah, anyway.
Teleporting to NAN crashes the game. Who the fuck ever figured that one out? I don't know.
That's good times.
Let me just do the teleport command and type random shit into the damn bar. Remove Doc M77. Mob as it is not working as indicated.
I see what they did there. Oh, shit.
That's definitely a UHC reference. Custom mob spawner crashes game. Fix that bug. and dogs attacking horses. So the dogs will not attack horses, I guess, at this point. Interesting.
Very interesting.
I'm guessing that's wild horses and wild dogs, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, it makes
Or
sense. Maybe they had a...
Maybe your tamed dog was attacking your horse.
Yeah, as soon as you mount it, it's like, you're attacking my master. I'm going to kill you. It's like, wait, what?
Exactly.
God damn it. Oh, man, that's too funny.
So Scott, I haven't really talked to you much, but how do you feel about these horses? I don't know if you've seen them really much, or
I haven't really seen them much because I don't mess with the snapshots. I'll be honest with you. But from the videos that I've seen of the horses, they look kind of funny. I'm not 100% sure if it's just because the horses kind of look bad with the Minecraft look, but it just seems really glitchy and funny looking to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a good concept, and I think they did a better job when they had the carrot on the stick with pigs. I thought that was actually kind of cool. But I think adding horses is just kind of catering to the community a little too much.
Yeah, I'm still kind of like, horses, so what? But again, I guess it gets rid of an itch. But there's other kind of mobs that I'd like to see versus a freaking horse. We have pigs we can ride. That's good enough for now. So now we got another mob we can ride. We need something in the ocean. God damn it! We have a fucking 9,000 squid in the damn ocean.
I know. I would love to be able to put a saddle on a squid. Just how great would that be? Just put a saddle on a squid and watch it go in one block of water, flopping around. Great.
Where do you want that tentacle to go up?
Oh! By the way, One Dead Saint is blowing up your chat room here. Blowing it up. Apparently, this is Limp episode 52. Not quite, man. Not quite. And yes, I do play Minecraft, by the way, so you can kiss my ass. Just letting you know.
I did offer One Dead Saint, if he wanted to come on the show, I don't know if he got my DM on.
He said in chat that he's up for it, so maybe next week get him on here. Yeah, because he's a lot of fun. He talks a lot of trash, but he's a lot of fun. So
definitely. So let's. This is where we usually would take our break, but I actually got called into work, so I got to kind of.
We got to rush through this
a little bit. So let's move on to Feed the Beast news. So since we talked last time, those updates I had originally talked about that were they had posted that there would be updates in the next couple of days, and that was at the beginning of May. Finally, here in June, we finally did get these updates. I believe it was like the last week of May that we got the updates. But so almost all the Feed the Beast mod packs that are /current/ kept up to date have been updated to 1.4.7. As it stands right now, any 1.5 updates will be in beta forever, as I understand what they said. Their next recommended build release will not be until after 1.6. That is their planned kind of overview right now. Which, to be honest, almost makes sense since a lot of the resource pack and stuff are changing in the background. So
yeah,
I think it almost makes sense. Leave us on something that works for now, and let's kind of I know some of the mod updaters are working on 1.5 stuff, but at the same time, let's kind of get that 1.6 stuff working on as soon as we can, and I think that's.
It really is a smart move when you think about it, because when people, and I'm very familiar with the Minecraft community considering I ran a server, people don't like to see what the actual reason is when something doesn't work. So they're more than willing to blame these mod makers for things that's clearly not the mod makers' fault. So,
or server admins.
Yeah, or the server admins. So to keep Feed the Beast on a version that works well and obviously would help their community, it just makes a lot more sense than to try and move them to the most recent update and fail miserably. So,
yep.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. So I just grabbed a few of the changes from the Minecraft pack, since that is what I play. on my private LP server, and what you guys see me play on the YouTube, obviously. Bibliocraft was added. This adds little furniture detail things, bookshelves. The bookshelves. There's a desk. There's shelving, so you can put items on the shelves. There's a tool holder. There's a little like wall-mounted chest. If you check out, I believe it's episode 4 that I introduced some of the features into. Or maybe episode 5. Not sure which. If it's episode 5, it's right at the beginning, because the end of episode 5 is me going with DJ's Palace, which we'll talk about later.
You mean DJ's hole?
Hole in the fucking ground. Greg Tech. Greg Tech can fucking suck my left fucking testicle because he's a fucking dick, as far as I'm concerned at this point. If it's not... I liked the challenge before of Greg Tech, and now it's almost like, no, fuck you, it's way too much. Because, I'm making videos and I now understand what these Minecraft guys are complaining about with Greg Tech. And to make a fucking video, it's like 4 hours worth of work to make a fucking half-hour video at this point.
Jesus.
With Greg Tech stuff. So Greg Tech's added assembly machines, which some of the recipes that used to be able to just craft in a fucking crafting bench now requires the assembly machine. And in that assembly machine takes EU power. And obviously there's a set amount of time that it takes. It just doesn't craft it automatically.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
well,
this is revolutionary stuff, man. This is revolutionary stuff. You just don't understand it, dude. That's the problem.
And yeah, they've also added a bending machine, which takes your ingots, say an iron ingot, and makes it into a plate. And that plate does the exact same thing in most crafting recipes that an iron ingot used to do. AKA, just adds more fucking time to the crafting recipes.
Fantastic. Because, we all need a little more time at the workbench. I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just some of the, like I said, some of the stuff I appreciate, but some of it's just like, good Christ, what the fuck were you thinking, Greg? I don't know. I don't even know where to start. And, there's plenty of rants on YouTube.
I'm sure, yes. If there's anything I've ever learned from the Minecraft community, is that if they don't like something, they are more than happy to let you know.
Yeah. There's been a few other little changes here and there. But my big fucking complaint to the Feed the Beast guys, where the fuck were the changelogs? God damn it, there was no changelogs ever produced for this 1.4.7 update. Slowpoke did post on the forums saying that they did pretty much fall flat on their face with no changelogs, as well as with the timing of the release. I guess there was a few bugs that forced them not to release it right away when they expected to release it originally, but then those bugs never got checked on, and so that pushed back the release and blah 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 blah. So, but at the same time, they're learning along the way too. So I give them some leeway.
There you go. And One Dead Saint says, "Yeah, suck it, Greg." He probably has no clue what you're talking about, but he agrees with you.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. So that's about it for Feed the Beast news at this point. I don't know what Feed the Beast news will have going forward for a little while, since they aren't doing much with 1.5, it sounds like. But we'll, put some news when we got it here and there.
Absolutely.
So let's move on to the YouTube shit.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a fantastic conversation, huh?
All right. So episode number 5 has released since the last time I recorded the last podcast. Yes, I know. That's only one episode in 2 weeks. Shut your fucking faces.
Oh, my God. Strict working schedule. Oh, my God.
So I took at the start of the episode, I explained to you what happened to the real episode 5. It was a shit recording, and I had to scrap the entire episode. So that's kind of why there wasn't 2 episodes. Otherwise, there would have been 2. Even though I claim to be producing more, but not really.
So you Linuxed again is what it's going to happen.
Yeah, Linux my own shit, so it's all right.
At least you're not prejudiced. You Linux yourself as well. You know,
Exactly.
you got to appreciate that.
So the second half of the episode, we take a grand tour of DJ Pimp Daddy's palace, and that palace consists of a bunch of giant fucking holes in the ground. He has this little cobblestone structure way up in the sky, and just a bunch of hole in the ground.
It has got to be the ugliest monstrosity I've ever seen in the world of Minecraft. It's just...
DJ's on the Twitch side. Snake Eyes Sam said by himself.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's technically back right now, I think. Yeah. Hey DJ, it's the chat's on Engine. It's different here.
It's called mcuncensored.com/live
For
Check
live
it out,
giveaways and surprise. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong show.
Yeah. We don't have surprise butt sex on this show.
No, it's full frontal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing hidden here.
But I don't remember how much I said about the giant holes. But man, what the fuck is with the giant holes? He's just taken these quarries and made them to the max size and just dug out from underneath them.
It was funny because I got a chance to see his quarry in action because he was all proud of it. He's like, yeah, we charged this thing up. It could explode at any moment, but hey, YOLO, man. You know, basically just kind of building it up. And when it happened, you know, he was all like, you know, proud of himself, had his, you know, fists on his sides going, yeah, that's good work right there. I remember the days when I used to have to pickaxe stuff. Not anymore. It's like, oh, you bastard. But yeah, he definitely liked to reveal how he basically likes to make the surroundings of his base look like a nuclear holocaust. So
Yeah. But with his machine layout, I kind of like his machine layout because he actually has everything labeled. So no matter what texture pack or anything you're using, you actually can figure out what machines are what.
Yeah, it's very OCD
Right
friendly.
off the bat.
Very
Yeah, exactly.
OCD friendly.
I haven't seen any more cobble overflow situations at his base that causes the server to lag. So I'm guessing he learned how to use barrels.
Yeah, he learned his lesson on that one.
But on that, so a little YouTube update, guys. I am trying to produce more videos, but timing with work and stuff right now is just not working out. And I've had a lot to do with the family in the last couple weeks, so hopefully things start going in the better way for YouTube stuff. But at this point, I'm really not promising anything. I'm also trying to get. I was trying to get with Justin to do some custom maps, but I think I'm gonna have to pull
Lennox.
Scott or DJ aside and do some custom maps with them because I think Jamin died, as we stated. earlier.
Yeah, he died by hooker. And I think I was muted, so I'll have to say it again. Yes, he's in a dumpster somewhere as a dead body because he didn't pay a hooker, and the hooker killed him. He clearly has not played GTA, and he did not know that, you know, if you don't pay a hooker, she'll kill you. So, there you go. You're welcome, guys. That's where Jamin Man's been.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, dude.
So let's move on to server update.
Server
this would be
update.
For the public server. The public server is still a work in progress. There's still no real ETA on it. I was hoping the first part of June, but that's not going to happen with everything else that's going on. So hopefully by July, maybe. And the harder part is I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it. Because I want to make it as easy to maintain in the background, so I don't have to become a Brad and be engulfed by the server maintenance of it. So it's a really, you go on Bucket and you look at all these plugins and you say, oh well, it's easy. This plugin, take that plugin, but I'm trying to make it as easy in the background as possible. And that is a tough task because you need to be able to be confident that the mods are all going to work together.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not going to break. So it's a lot of timing. Right now, basically, all I've been doing is paperwork. I have about 8 pages in a notebook full of just different plugins and stuff, and what their update schedule looks like, and how they've been corresponding with Minecraft updates. So. It's not like I'm just saying, oh, I haven't been working on it. I've been working on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so I guess DJ figured out his password for him because he just came in. We were told he didn't know his engine password, but he figured it out.
Yeah, apparently he calls it Fort Land Rampage. He forgot an M, but yeah, I assume that's what he means. Yeah, your live chat is just furious right now. Yeah, I mean, between One Dead Saint basically talking trash like he usually does, and Snake Eyes actually offered some advice to J Min Man. He says you can take the money back after you run him back over him. Everyone knows that. If you've played GTA, you should know that. So. By the way, Minecraft Uncensored does not promote hooker violence. Just put that out there.
Yeah, let's
put that disclaimer out there. Lord knows I've done enough episodes of Lethal Injection to know that sometimes you've got to cover your own ass. So we do not promote violence against women in general, let alone hookers.
So DJ would like to comment on his holes. He said, so the holes are the rage this year.
Yes.
All the rage this year.
Yes.
So I guess holes are in.
Holes are in.
We just don't understand.
Yeah, clearly.
Because I'm fairly certain that there was one time my jetpack that DJ so kindly gave to me ran out of fuel, and I went all over the bottom of his fuck. And let me tell you, in Feed the Beast, your shit just doesn't fall where you die. It goes fucking everywhere. So it took like 10 minutes to fucking find everything, and of course, you only get 5 minutes before your shit despawns, so guess what? Some of my shit had despawned.
Well, I mean, it could have been worse. You could have found yourself in the bottom of quicksand. 1 block quicksand again, yeah.
No, that was 3 blocks.
3 blocks deep, okay.
Deep. But the problem with that one was I jumped right in the fucking middle of it. That was like...
You gotta kill yourself on that one.
That was like episode 2 or 3, something like that.
It's the best episode ever, is what that is.
It's all quiet, and then all of a sudden you just start hearing me. No,
And you Linux rage the way that only Linux can. You have a special way of raging that just makes it all worth it as a listener. So let me tell you, man, keep up the great work.
Yeah, I try.
So what's left, my man?
I don't think there's anything else left today for this episode. Again, we like to keep these things short. You know, your guys' time is precious, and, well, there ain't a whole lot of Minecraft news nowadays. They just kind of keep the snapshot short, too, so kind of works with keeping a podcast short.
There you go.
So, you can check out Minecraft Uncensored at MCUncensored.com. I have dyslexia on every fucking show. Twitter, we're at MC_uncensored. If you do at MC Uncensored without the underscore, you get some crazy ass bitch.
Really? I actually want to check that out now.
I really don't know if she's a crazy ass bitch, but it's a woman.
It's a man, baby, yeah.
You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/MinecraftUncensored. You can find our network at Geek Insomnia Network, geekinsomnia.com. You can email the show at mcuncensored@gmail.com.
Wait, what? No limp line? You don't have a voicemail line? If you have learned anything from Lethal Injection, you gotta have a voicemail line.
If I've learned anything, it's do not have a voicemail line. That's what I've learned.
Oh, you took the lesson wrong, is what you did. Good, man.
You can follow Scott at Scott Viper on Twitter, as well as myself at Early Films on Twitter. I don't tweet very much, but hey, if you want to follow me, go ahead.
There you go. I tweet a lot, and a lot of garbage too, not a lot of good stuff, so, you know, if you want to follow me, that's cool, but you be prepared to see a lot of, like, dick jokes and stuff, which is pretty much, you know, most of my work.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's have this last comment from DJ Pimp Daddy. Minecraft news. Feed the Beast's Minecraft Nether can suck my dick! So, till next week, guys, signing out.
Later.
It's up.